Welcome to day 5 of Live with Lauren, our challenge to get your pitch ready in a week. And the reason I'm looking to the side is because I'm letting in people fast and furiously as you guys are arriving for our big day today. So quickly in the comments, how are you feeling? Give me a word, an expressive word of how you're feeling about what's about to happen, you know? Let's see, super excited, like a superstar. My sister says unprepared. Well, sister, we should have done some extra training then last night. Fucking freaked. Yes, okay, amazing. Loving this. Not prepared, but going with it. Terrifyingly excited. Awesome, keep that stuff coming. Okay, so before we dive into a final little prep and a little chat before we start, I would like to do a shake off with you guys. So of the different techniques that we've learned for relaxation, we're going to do my favorite one, which is the shaking. So I would like you just to stand up where you are. Okay, just get some space, and you're going to bring your hands out in front of you, and you're going to start shaking your hands, and let's go. Just shaking those wrists hard as possible to the side. And as you're shaking, gently start shaking your arms, gently start shaking your head, keep your wrists moving fast though, and then just shaking your body. Shake, 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 add a little foot. Don't shake too hard, just gentle shaking. And come back to center, and we're going to shake our hands fast for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and feel that tension just melting out of your body. Beautiful melting. Just feel all that nervous energy melting away into some just juicy goodness of like anticipation. Nothing like a bit of anticipation. So great, we've got this. Yes. We've shaken it out. Now I just want to bring it back to the breath. So take a seat, put your hands on your thighs, feel your feet on the ground, feel your butt in the chair, and just connect to right here, right now, and take a moment to honor the fact that you have shown up every single day for a week for an absolutely terrifying challenge. Public speaking is most people's biggest fear aside from death. And you are not just practicing public speaking, but going live, unscripted, doing the whole thing. It is extremely brave. So take a moment to celebrate yourself and just congratulate yourself for the fact that you really do want to show up and serve others. And that energy will be able to be translated to what you're doing today. Take a deep breath in, inhale gratitude for yourself. And take a deep breath out, just exhaling the feeling that you want your audience to feel. Possibilities, enthusiasm. And take a deep breath in again. And just let it go out through your mouth. You've done it. The hard work's been done. It happened. You did it already. And take another deep breath in. And when you let it out, just come back to presence in the room. Now, before we go live, there is a great marketing anecdote about being the cheese for the mice. I'm not really, I don't know if I love it, but I like the idea. So I'm going to use it and translate it into Lauren language of how I do it. But basically it's this. No one needs to convince a mouse to eat cheese. Mice love cheese. They're looking for cheese. So when you come with the cheese, the mice are happy because you have what they want. Now, today, you've got the cheese. But let's change the metaphor and go back to the birthday cake one, which is just more delicious. You have a birthday cake. You have something worth celebrating, and you are there to share it. Imagine if you took out a birthday cake and you gave it to little Johnny, and little Johnny said, "Oh, it's actually not my birthday." Would it make the cake any less valuable, any less delicious, Would it take away the relevancy of a birthday altogether because it didn't happen to be little Johnny's birthday that particular day? No, it wouldn't. It's Sarah's birthday. Oh, sorry, Johnny, your turn's coming. Let me go and give this to Sarah. And if someone else at the party happened to be a vegan and they couldn't have your tasty cake, God bless them. Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry you don't get to taste this delicious cake. It does not negate the value of the delicious cake. What you are sharing today is your delicious birthday cake. And if it's not for everyone, that in no way takes away from the fact that it is made with love, it is given with joy, and it is worthy of celebration. So please hold that in your mind today, that you have something so tasty. What you do comes straight, it's made from your heart with love. That's the most important thing to remember. Today we get to celebrate, and that means enjoy yourself. If you've watched anyone do a live performance or even just give a presentation, there is nothing worse than watching someone who doesn't really want to be there, who's feeling really uncomfortable, who's obligated, who's stiff, who doesn't like the thing. You have put in the work. Now it's just to enjoy it. Really, whether you've got your pitch down or you start talking and next thing, like something bizarre happens and you start actually talking about that, it's 1 minute just to give your energy to the audience. And all you need to hold in your heart space is that you're there to give that gift, and remember to wrap with a call to action. The rest, let it unfold. Let's see what happens. Keep that spontaneity and enjoy the process of celebrating and connecting. You have earned it. You deserve this. It is time. That said, are there any questions before we dive in? I'm going to unmute all of you. Any questions before we go?
I have a question. Is it better to, or I don't know, better or if it matters, should we start with who we're looking for versus who we are? Like start with who we're looking for and then end with who we are and then the call to action, or start with who we are and then say who we're looking for and then the call to action?
I would sandwich it. So I would always start with value first, dive right into what you're talking about. I had this thought, I'm saying whatever. In the middle, I would add who you are. Who you are, also, by the way, they can tell because it's live and your name's there and they're on you. Like they can actually tell who you are. So it doesn't need to be like, I don't start this going, I'm Lauren Waller, here for live. You guys know who I am. Like, it's like, and if you don't, you can find that out. I can mention it. But so dive right into what you're saying. Say in the middle, and I'm Lauren Waller, the creativity coach. And if you want to get hold of me, you can wrap it to that. Mm-hmm. But the most important thing is just connecting with them right there. Mm. Less about you, more about them. If you even didn't say who you were, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I'm sure you'll remember that part. Any other questions?
Yeah. Go. So I am definitely going to be asking for questions. So I don't know, what's the best way to like not look like this the whole time because you're trying to read all the questions? You just try to go for one at a time?
So what I'd say is for the first live where you're doing the minute, you might want to say, and I know you actually have told everyone you're doing a live, is for this first minute for this challenge is maybe say like, I'm going to be going live, like who you are, what you do. And then if you want to do a longer live with questions, say, so be back here in 10 minutes time and I'm going to be answering your questions. Okay. Like give them a little hint. And then when you're asking, carry on chatting, you'll see the questions scrolling and just take your time with it. Don't be like, don't panic. That's the main thing. Just scroll through. Anything else?
Like,
yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, they scroll through. So just, and you can even say, hey, I'm learning how to answer these questions. So I may not be, right on it, but just ask again. So here's what's coming through. Or I just thought of a good thing I should share, like keep it organic. But for the practice today, it's 1 minute of live. Even if you've decided that live is an invitation to a longer one. That's cool. Okay, next question.
I just had an idea. So I was meant to prepare, but I didn't. And I was just on a call with a client and we were talking, I was sharing my story of how I became a coach. And so I thought maybe I can just share that because I had a lot of energy when I was talking about it, but then it's very much about me. So I'm not sure if that's like, okay or not.
I would then give them an invitation to say, if you would like to know more about me, I'll be going live in 30 minutes and sharing my story for the first time, answering any question you want to know, but not today. This isn't about you today. This is your pitch of how you serve others.
But I could share that with my experience with coaching or not.
Yeah, up to you. I mean, if you want to totally change your pitch today, that's also totally up to you. See how you go. But just remember, the whole point of this is, how do I serve other people? How am I showing up for you? You're secondary. They're the start. It's about them. So everything is in relation to the benefit for them. So if it's yes, and by the way, I've got 35 years of experience, cool, but it's more about you're giving them something. You're giving them your energy on this session.
Okay.
Other questions?
I saw you say to somebody, don't say hi.
Yeah, I mean, some people can say hi more naturally than others. I would just start.
Okay.
We're doing this. Like if I go, this is Live with Lauren, day 5, not, hello everyone. My name, it's like, I'm not a very hello, goodbye kind of person. I'd rather just start the thing. You want to grab their attention instantly. So like when you did that, did you give me this gift? It's like, what's happening? Like it instantly pulls me in. So grab their attention. Be playful. This is your opportunity to really play with something. All right.
I have a question really quick. Is this weird that I'm in bed? I'm putting
I'm putting bed vibes. I think you should do all your lives in bed, actually. I think that should be your scene. Yeah.
Okay, that's my scene. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
That's literally
called the bed series. I love it.
Yeah.
I just described these things to you guys, like
I think that's going in another direction.
I'm just gonna mute you guys. The reason I didn't prescribe a set thing and I've just given you principles and elements to take is that all of you bring something so unique. You all have your own life force and energy. And watching what you've done this week, I want to leverage on what you already have naturally than rather trying to prescribe a formula that you fit yourself into, because that wouldn't be very live and natural. So yes, I love the fact that Nadine, you did the lying down thing. It's so you, it's such a great vibe. Everyone's got a unique flavor. Everyone's got something going on. So you're going to go with your favorite pieces that you've experimented with this week with your live. Now we have our final rehearsal, but your rehearsal is also, it's like, you know how I am, I like to double it down. So I say we're doing one thing, but it's more like 15 things. But today it's the 2 things. So you're going to get out your camera and we're going to do a 1-minute live. This is going to be your final piece. That's your evergreen piece. And then you'll go actually live again. But this is the piece to keep in case your live doesn't save, or for whatever reason, I want this as the culmination, your special piece that you can post again to your stories, you can use on Instagram. So it can either be just this is the moment, or you can then go live again if you want to. We're going to have 2 opportunities. Questions on that? Just raise your hands. Yes, Jody.
My question more is, I know the lighting in that is great, but I prefer to be outside by the water. That's like what I like to be by.
Go.
Okay, that's where I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right.
Get where you want to be.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that Veronica? Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I think it's just clicking for me now that we're actually going live on our Instagram. And I am holding myself accountable because there is a part of me that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna record and not actually go live, and then it'll be all good. Okay.
So,
and then I'm like, maybe I should ask you about this. It's not scary for me to go live, but it's scary for me to go live and talk about my pitch, like to talk about what I'm offering. It feels like, is it weird to just like pop on and be like, hey guys, so I'm a coach and this is what you can, obviously we're going to finesse it a lot more, but like, hey, so you've never heard this from me ever before and you haven't heard from me for a few days, but by the way, I'm a coach and these are the type of people I work with, or whatever I end up saying.
Okay, great question. So if you're feeling like that, you're like, how do I do this? You can literally even say that. That was so natural. Now, I've never done this before, but you know what? I'm taking part in a challenge. I'm always challenging myself to learn new things. And so I'm just going to tell you, like, this is what I do. And if you're looking to challenge yourself or try something unexpected, like if I just like use whatever you're feeling right now, you can totally do that. And remember, this is just 1 minute. It's such a flash that it's highly unlikely many people will even see you do this. So don't worry about that. Like really,
Devastate-
like there's an anticlimax. What I'm assuming you guys are going to experience is something I've experienced my whole life in doing shows is there's months of rehearsal, there's all this anticipation, and then you do the thing, and then it's like, wait, that's it? I want to go again. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys just start going live all day today, because once you've done it, like you break that seal. It's like, oh, okay. So don't overthink this. It's a minute. It's just focused on them. Does that answer your question?
No. One more part
Yes.
of it. So are we going to challenge ourselves then to keep the live on for the 24 hours?
No.
Oh, thank
No.
goodness. Oh gosh. Oh, that's
One
wonderful.
One minute. Not
No, like
24
as in,
hours.
no, like as in, you know, when you go live on Instagram and then it shows that you did a live and people
Yes.
can watch and rewatch. So are we gonna keep that on, or is this meant to be deleted like right away?
Okay, so we're doing the final one, which is now you're going to go live as a recording and load that on the Facebook page. I can give you your final feedback, and this is your final challenge. Like, this is your test. Then straight after that, once you guys have all done that now, you're then going to go live for 1 minute. If you want me to give you feedback on that one, you can send it to me. I would suggest leave it up for 24 hours, but you actually don't have to. This is the one now that we're doing. This is your live recorded video that you're going to be able to use for evergreen, use it as your stories. This is the one, and then we're doing it live again. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm seeing if there's any final questions. Okay, guys, let's get ready.
There's one more
Let's
question.
do this thing.
Wait, Louise,
Yes.
Diana.
Oh, Louise, where is she? Unmute.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to know the eye contact. Could you just guide me a little bit on the phone on where to look?
So there's two places to look. One is you actually just look at yourself on the phone, and the other is you look just above, which is where the camera is, which is a small little dot. So you can either look at the camera. That's like you're not actually looking directly at the phone. It's a little bit less distracting if you like to speak. But if you want to see what you look like, you can also look at yourself.
Okay.
I would recommend, I usually go between both, but I would say for me, I like to look at the camera.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, so release the tension, get that camera ready. This is your recorded version. This is the one you're going to use and upload. This is the challenge. We're going to do this. You're going to come back before we do the live. Let's get those cameras poised and ready. I'm going to say quietly 10 when we have 10 seconds left. So you'll hear me say that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and action. Ten seconds. And wrap it up.
Practices of my life.
Cucumber.
How did that go?
Awful.
I hate my lighting. Ugh.
I started with my cucumber.
Aye, aye, aye.
The person
Megan,
said
what
this,
the hell?
"Hi."
Love it, Megan. Great vibe. Okay. Great.
We should
So
do a
let's
couple
get
more.
some work feedback. So how was that? Good, awful, terrible, amazing? Okay. So now are you ready for the real version?
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
Now it's again. Now it's again. Okay. Guys, amazing. Okay. Can we try again on Evergreen? Yeah, you can try again one on Evergreen, but for this one, we're all going to go live at the same time. So you can always come back and do this, but let's do an actual live one together. So you got the difficult one out. Now, like, I was just speaking to Veronica, so I'm obsessed with this baby analogy, but it's like you just gave birth to the baby and now it's just like the placenta, okay? Disgusting analogy, but now it just comes out easy, okay? Not that I know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I'm going to mute you.
Oh, no.
Get your lives ready for Instagram. And I'm gonna, yeah. And are we all ready? Enjoy yourself. This is it. Say whatever you want to say. Trust that it's going to come out so naturally, and you just want them to connect with you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and live. Ten seconds. And wrap.
Go ahead.
I kept taking pictures.
You have to hit the button, share the story.
Challenge is over a decade.
Wow.
It's time to
Wow.
share them, right? So I'm going to be sharing all the best practices for deeper sleep. That's why I'm in bed. And
Okay, guys.
And then we
How
can
did we
delete the video now?
Don't delete it yet. Send it to me before you delete it, so I can check. We still got to have our prize giving.
I shared my live video. Is that what we're supposed to do?
I did too.
Yeah. You shared your live. Did you go live now for a minute? Did you go live again?
Yeah, I did my video
That
for
seems
you,
so
and then
easy.
shared my live
so
video.
Instinctive.
Right.
And yet we don't do it with our lives. We keep pouring stuff in.
Do you want us to share your live video with you on Instagram?
Share it with me on Instagram. Load the video you just recorded up onto the group, because we've only got 5 more minutes and I want to announce the prizes before I do the final wrap. How are you guys feeling? How was that?
I totally messed up.
we're good.
That's okay.
I thought it was ago. I was taking my picture instead of the video, and it was driving me crazy. I'm like, are you joking? And then it gets frustrated. And I was like,
Who else?
Frustrated?
Lauren, do you want should we put it on our Instagram account?
Put on your Instagram and load the video to the Facebook page also, so I can see it there, and you
I'm
guys
gonna
can
do it now again.
My
took my
Facebook
picture.
page or yours?
mine.
Okay.
Put it on mine so I can see that. Load it to your video. Guys, the whole point of this challenge is that, like, ready or not, you did this thing, and you're in the practice now where you've had a week of practicing this, that the truth is that lives are not limited to just 1 minute on a Friday with a group of people. You can do this anytime, any place, and actually get better and better as you go and as you grow. It's going to evolve. So the fact that you have ripped off the Band-Aid, dived in and done this is it's really great. It's awesome. Who had a good experience going live?
I mean, it was crazy, but it still was fun.
Okay, amazing. Yeah.
I had people join.
I did the other day when I actually did it. It took like me forever to figure it out, but yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Who else?
Oh, I did. I think I liked my live video better than I did the evergreen one because I had already practiced once, so I was clearer. I feel like I'd like
Nice
to
to
do it
practice. Yeah, it's nice to practice.
Yes. And now what I challenge you to do is try going live, either setting a time or doing it today where you go live for longer and you interact with people like what Coco's doing, like actually enjoy a live where it's interactive, because now you know all the things you can do going live, the way you can talk about yourself, how to call to action. So you have even more freedom of spontaneity to just enjoy the process a little bit without a time limitation.
And you're just answering people's questions if they're coming through.
Yeah, answer the questions, chat, share what you're doing, take them on a walk with you, walk around your home, start getting really a good vibe with your community.
So for me, because you know I've done it live, I've did it about my COVID, so I've done that kind of stuff and I like that. I'm really happy I did this because I felt like I didn't have a pitch. I didn't know how to like tell them what I'm doing, right? I'm good at like saying, I'm going on a walk, let's do this together, right? I wasn't good at saying, here's how I can help you, right? So this has been really helpful for me.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, guys, yeah?
The question. I'm going to say one thing. I still have a problem with not addressing y'all or all of you. Like I'm trying to be better about how you said signal in, like it's one person listening to you. That's so much harder than I thought it would be.
It totally is, because we don't want to connect. We want it to be broad, or as if it's like we blur everyone into one, but it's just one-to-one. It's me talking to you or you talking to me. And what happens is when we go more natural like that, there's more intimacy, it's more connected, and that is more awkward. It is a more uncomfortable place to be than addressing the masses or the people or the everyone. It's like, yeah, it's like a real practice in getting to know yourself and seeing where you're still not wanting to go. Like, where's the intimacy issues? Where's the lack of connection? Like, where do you need to work on? So what this challenge does is it's going to bring up a lot for you to go, oh, like that's where I've improved, or that's what I need to work on, or it's the beginning, guys. This is the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg. And it's the hardest place to start. All content gets easier from here. I can promise you. Posting on Instagram's a breeze compared to this. Okay.
If you want to go live with somebody, is that possible on Instagram? Like if you want to talk.
Go live with someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you do that?
You add someone. I can show you afterwards, but you can add someone to your live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Louise?
Well, what I've experienced, and it just kind of clicked for me right now, there's a real vulnerability to this process. It's a real vulnerable process. And I in my world that I have in my practice, when I'm there in the world, that's where I show up fully and I'm vulnerable, warts and all. But my breakthrough has got to come through the willingness to show that in a bigger platform. So it's just tapping into my own inner vulnerabilities on who I am as a person. And who else brought it up? Jody. You know, I can put it out there really easy. And when I'm in a group of people, I have no issues. So my first growth spurt needs to come from just the comfortability of the medium itself. And then the second thing is this vulnerability in the more who I really am, just me. And that's the me that everybody has loved for 4 decades. So I don't know what I'm so vulnerable about, but I guess I'm feeling it a little bit. So I want to own it. And then what Jody said, which I could relate to, I'm not great with the asking, telling people what you're doing so that they know how to find you. Duh. You know, it's don't be a flash across the screen, but let people know how they can hang out with you. And that's what kind of I tried to do in this one. We don't know. I haven't looked at it. You'll get back to me and let me know how successful I am. But it was a big awakening for me. This whole process, it wasn't just day 1 or day 2 or day 3. It's just the process. Now, when I'm teaching yoga and meditation online, they're my peeps. You know, they know me. So really comfortable. That form is going. It's the new audience, right? And how do you open yourself up and just be who you are? And just be who you are.
And what we're coming to now with the changing world is that we're looking for virtual charisma. So we can no longer rely on having a presence on a stage or in a room where people can feel our energy. We need to translate that across the screen. And you're 100% right that it comes from a level of vulnerability that we are willing to share. And it's exposing that, our softer side, which is going to draw people in. And if they're in a room or they're on a screen, they're still your people. They're the people waiting for the cheese or waiting for the birthday cake. And when you come, they'll know. And I will tell you one of the biggest secrets. You know that I teach people how to optimize their businesses and market themselves and put themselves out there. One of the best secrets in terms of sales is this. The main reason people don't buy from you is because it's not easy to, because you don't tell them how.
Right.
You expect them to work out how. If they want you, they'll ask you, they'll wonder the price. Tell them. So what I'm saying to all of you right now is, if you want to make it easy for people to buy from you, make yourself accessible. And with that said, if any of you have now done this process and realize the areas that you need a little bit of work or you need a bit of hand holding, book me for a session and let's talk, because I probably have a solution for you, because that's what I do. I have multiple of these offers tiered to fit you where you're at. We don't have to do things alone. It can be fun. It can be playful and challenging. It can be done within a community, and we're growing all the time. There is no end date. Even this idea of a challenge, it's fun because it's a week, but actually this is a continuum, and you're going to continue to grow and expand and change and realize things. And the most important thing is that you continue to show up and put it out there and connect, even if you're not 100% ready, even if it's a little bit awkward. You keep sharing, and that builds the momentum and builds your community and ultimately gives you the business and life that you love. You're on the right path. That's where you want to be.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm going to unmute all of you because I love the sound of applause, and I want to hear you guys do a beautiful round of applause for yourself. Woo! No matter what. Yeah, whether you're amazing, whether you're awful, whether you messed it up, it's done. It's done. Let it go, shake it off. And you know what? You can always do it again tomorrow.
I'm just totally doing it again. Like, I have to do it.
You guys are awesome. Okay, you're amazing. If you want to chat about how I can assist you going forward, you know where to find me. Find me on the group on Instagram, and let's chat again. This is not the end. And I will be posting the winners of the prize for you as soon as all your videos are up there. So there also are prizes to be grabbed.
I got to run, but thank you so much. This was awesome.
Bye, Megan. Bye. Can you also just go over really quickly how you invite somebody? So if you want to have a chat with somebody on the Instagram Live.
Yes, I'm going to end the recording and then I'll show you right now.
Great, thank you.
I've got to drop off too. So great to hang out with everyone. See you all soon.
Bye.